Hi, good afternoon, friends and viewers. Today we are with the superstar Mr. Abisai Herrera. We have invited him to know a little more about his life. We have prepared some questions that we have had a long time, and we forget any questions. You can write in your question to us in our email below in the screen so that we can present your questions to my friends. Abisai, welcome. Are you all ready? Shall we start? Hi friend, hi friends, everybody. Yes, are you ready? Question me. Okay. First question. How did your successful sport career start? Well, when I was a little, I could see that I was not the same as the other children at school. I had a natural ability in my foot. On his left foot? No, both. Both left. I started walking right after I was born. I still remember I dragged myself a little and I was able to walk to rush my milk formula in the teapot. I cannot believe it. Yes, believe it. From the moment the doctors and nurses knew that something good would happen to me, and at school it was not different. When I played, my partner couldn't move purse. I was very fast and skillful with my foot. So it wasn't long before when I was recruited by a coach when I was in my fifth grade. The rest of the story you are ready now. Yes, of course. We have seen it on television. Since then there was nothing to stop you. We all believe that from that moment things were easy for you. It's true? No, I am a very humble person and recognize that when I come to the basic first team, there were also many boys like me, very talented. Well, not as much as me, but they had talent and abilities. I know that if I wanted a place of the team, I have to try harder, and so I did. Interesting. Tell us what you did to achieve it. How was your exercise routine? Have you seen the movie Rocky Balboa? Yes, of course. A Hollywood classic. Well, something similar was what I did. I used to start my morning running 16 minutes to Chamisal Park, but my favorite place to run was Anapra. Why? Oh, because Anapra there are a lot of staying very ferocious dogs, so that was an extra motivation. Then I used to jump into the Rio Grande and used to fish with my own hands. In the movie Rookie, there were chicken, but generally there weren't no chickens, and fish is much more difficult, and it was more ideal for me. Then, back in Chamisal Park, I used to cut down a tree, the largest and most robust. How did the tree cut it down? Kicking. Kicking? Yes, kicking with my foot. Then I would take the long and teeth to my back and run 2 miles to the extreme park and with the tree trunk on my back and climbed a rope over a metal building that is there. Then I used to go to the gym to the start training with my team partners. That must be very hard training. Yes, I know. But thanks to that, the trophies and recognition began to arrive in heaps. The first recognition came when I was one grade of high school. That is awesome! Could you show us how those trees feel. Here are some lila trees. They are not very strong, but surely the people who see us right now would very much like to see something like that. What? Well, I would if I could, but I hurt my knees and my doctor forbade those activities. It will be in another time. But as I was saying, my first trophy was a long time ago. The next question, please. Yes, if we remember that moment, at that time you were already a superstar. And that's my next question is the means of all that fame, glamour, and money. You were only a young man of 13 or 14 years old. How could you combine school studied with your sport career? How was your life as a student? Yes, it was very difficult time with only 13 years old. I had everything you could have: fame, money for the school lunch, girls, toys, and bicycle. Can you believe it? A bicycle. Candies? Oh, of course, candy and chocolates too. All you can imagine. Fortunately, I have always been a very mature person for my age. That power never went to my hands and didn't make me proud. All in all, I continued with my studies as a normal boy. Occasionally, I would surprise my teachers too. Tell us more about it. What were your favorite subjects? Easy, math and chemistry, without a doubt. I really liked those subjects. And were you good at two subjects? No, the truth is that now I throw this until I entered the university and discovered the derivatives, the integrals, and I realized that it is not really enough that you like to study. You must also be good, and that with chemistry it was different. And what about chemistry? If you were good at the matter? Not in that either, but in that I always knew that I was not good. But if I liked the experiments in the classroom, making volcanoes with baking soda, making small homemade bombs, it was wonderful. The next question is, if you could go back in time, you would do something different, and what advice would you give to student children? If I could go back to school, I would spend more time studying. It is the advice that I give to the children. Be on time and pay attention, that is essential. Your teacher will notice if you are always late. Find some time to study every day, a little, and often is best. It doesn't have to be a lot. Also, you can get a study buddy. So if you can miss a class, you can call them to find out what happened. You can help each other with homework too. When someone does your homework for you, is the moment when you have found your best friend. Some students drop out of school for this. Well, with this, we end this interview. We thank you for seeing us from your home. And thank to you, Ebisai, for your advice to the children who see us and who are in school. Do not forget that you should not drop out school for any reason. And thank you, Ebisai, for being such a positive influencer.